Hello everyone and welcome back to DSP versus the Internet. Sorry that the last part got blocked multiple times for the live stream viewers. However, for those of you watching on demand, hopefully you were able to at least watch the content, even though it was probably demonetized. Here's part 4 for June 24, 2023. Continuing on with the standard member videos. They're in random order. So again, if you're a member of this channel, you have an equal chance of getting your video watched no matter when you submit it. And thanks to all the members here who did submit videos for this week. Without further ado, let's continue on. It looks like we're going to look at pizza delivery in Singapore. So, what is this from? Oh, it's Pizza Hut in Singapore. This is, it took 1 hour to arrive. Did you read that? An hour for the pizza to show up. Okay. There's no way that's warm if it took an hour to arrive. That's got to be cold-ass pizza, right? What the hell is that? Oh! Large, laxalicious pizza with a cheesy stuffed crust. It costs $37.77. What the fuck is that? What in the holy hell am I looking at, dude? Oh, no. Oh. Oh, this is not good. So are those eggs? Hard-boiled eggs? And what else is on there? No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, no. Don't do that. So listen to this. It's got prawns, clams, boiled egg, mozzarella cheese, and laksa sauce. Okay, in the United States, they don't have prawns, they don't have clams, they don't have boiled egg, and they don't have laksa sauce at Pizza Hut. They have none of that. Ugh. This does not look good. Oh, look at that. Oh. Look at that. It's like shrimp. It's gotta be cold. It's got to be like chewy. Oh. No, that's terrible. Look how bad that looks. The cheese is all congealed because it's cold now. No! It tastes like the spicy coconut dish laksa. Dude. A local flavor pizza. Look at how bad that shrimp looks, dude. It's completely frozen shrimp. It's been sitting on there. They have just look what they said. A bouncy chew. You're not supposed to have a bouncy chew on a well-cooked shrimp. I hate to tell you. Oh, no. Dude. It didn't arrive very hot. The cheese is hardened. Yeah, it's cold as shit, dude. Oh. No, Derek, I didn't think they would have this in Canada. This is like got to be a Singapore-only thing. This is nasty. If it's going to show up in an hour, it's going to be ice cold. Why even bother ordering the pizza, right? No, that's no good, man. That's nasty. Delicious. Tastes so much better hot. Nah, I've had enough. No, I'm about to have a stomach ache. I can't keep watching this. This looks absolutely disgusting. Those hard-boiled eggs, look how nasty that is. That hard-boiled egg has probably been out for like hours. Oh, dude. All right, let's just continue. I can't.
Hello, and welcome to New England Escapades. Today we took a trip to Fun Spot. Here's what we found out on our adventure. Fun Spot in Laconia, New Hampshire is the kind of place that everyone in my elementary school spoke about in reverential tones. Many a recess would be spent discussing a mythical 3-story arcade in the wilderness near Lake Winnipesaukee.
3-story arcade, cool.
Those of us who never took family vacations in the area would listen in rapt attention as the tales of this wonderful place grew taller. Fortunately, Fun Spot is the kind of place that can live up to even the imaginative expectations of a child.
It looks boring from the outside.
Nestled on Route 3 near Wares Beach, Fun Spot is a sprawling complex that includes over 500 video games, a bowling alley, an indoor miniature golf course, and more than we can possibly fit into a sentence. Founded by Bob Lawton in 1952, the complex also features a restaurant, a lounge, bingo, and a number of games with ticket redemptions and prizes.
You know what this looks like? This looks like one of those places that's kind of like, almost like a museum of arcade games, right? Like, you don't see these anymore. So this might be a place where he just got, like, all these cool retro games, and you could go through and see just the history of arcade games.
Unsurprisingly, the Guinness Book of World Records declared FunSpot to be the largest arcade in the world in 2008.
Really?
The first floor offers primarily an array of ticket-based games, such as skee-ball and coin
I love
pushers.
skee-ball.
If you're looking to win tickets and turn them in for prizes at the massive Redemption Center, then this is the place to be. There are several dozen games available, and even a few arcade cabinets for good measure.
Prize thing.
This floor also contains air hockey and a quick-service restaurant. It even features a vintage 1940s shoot-the-bear game on this floor. The latter is a running theme at FunSpot, where arcade history is revered.
Yeah, this is cool. FunSpot is the largest arcade in the world. Downstairs is restaurant, over 100 games, prize counter. There's outdoor seasonal attractions. Monkey Trunk Zipline Park and Jordan Ice Cream Stand. Cool. This sounds like a fun place. I would love to go here, I bet. I would really enjoy this.
It has a few ticket games, but features more standard arcade games. Also in this floor is a kiddie bumper car track, a full-size bowling alley, and a lounge. You'll find many classic 1990s arcade games on this floor, such as The Simpsons and NBA Jam.
Classics.
The third floor includes an 18-hole indoor miniature golf course, the biggest pinball machine commercially released, and so many pinball machines that any branding you can think of is represented.
Yes, the rock band.
But the main attraction on the third floor is the American Classic Arcade Museum.
Nice.
For fans of games, this is the epicenter of gaming history. All of the usual suspects can be found here, from Pong to Q*bert to Joust. The Donkey Kong cabinet,
oh my god, that's so cool. Look at this. Popeye. It's Dr. Mario, because NES games used to have arcade counterparts. Popeye, Donkey Kong Jr., and another Donkey Kong. I can't even read it. It's too bright.
FunSpot itself was featured heavily in the 2007 documentary The King of Kong. We played a couple of rounds on it, but there were no Donkey Kong kill screens. On this floor, you can also find Computer Space, the first arcade game. It may not be terribly fun, but it's fascinating to see how far gaming has come in 50 years.
Why would it not be terribly fun? Those games are fun to play. I mean, you only play them for a couple minutes at a time, but those would be fun to play and mess around with.
If you're hungry after a few hours of gaming, the Brag and Dragon is a quick-service restaurant on the first floor that offers a variety of frozen foods deep-fried to perfection. The food here is unlikely to win any award.
Yeah, look, it's just, they make stuff fast. Frozen stuff, they just toss in the fryer.
But it does hit the spot. If you need a few more minutes to relax, the D.A. Long Tavern offers a place to sit and spread out.
What the heck?
The adults can enjoy a beer and a game of pool, while the kids can enjoy soft drinks and some pinball machines.
Wow.
You can even order a pizza to be brought up to you from the Brag and Dragon. The tavern is named for founder Bob Lawton's grandfather, and several photos of him and his family are on display.
Oh my god, this is a cool place, man.
FunSpot also features a cash bingo hall that offers games 5 nights a
Bingo
week.
too?
We visited during the day, so we were not able to get any footage, but we're sure it's as enjoyable as advertised. FunSpot has something for everybody, and is one of the best places to go to get away from the real world for a few hours. This makes it somewhat confusing that there's political signage outside of the building, but that's a really small detraction against one of the most fun places to visit in the Northeast. You might even call this a fun spot. Sorry.
Dude, it's cool. They say it was New Hampshire?
FunSpot is located in Laconia, New Hampshire, about an hour and 45 minutes from Boston. It's a bit of a drive, but trust us, you'll be glad you went. Thank you for watching, and keep on adventuring.
That's kind of the only bummer about it. It's in Waconia, New Hampshire. Like, why would I ever want to go to Waconia, New Hampshire? Right? Right? Like, so it's a cool place to go, but you have to, like, make a trip of just going there. Like, what else would there be? That's cool. I would enjoy that. I would spend the whole day there. I would probably play all the classic games. I'm sure there'd be games from, you know, when I was in arcades there. I would play the ticket games. Dude, I would love that. That would be a great day.
What's up, folks? Today's rant's going to be about telemarketers. Don't even get me started about how much these people aggravate me. I'm sure everything I'm about to say right now, all of you have been through it. First of all, I fool around with every telemarketer person that calls me. Hello, sir. I was wondering if you would like to participate in a quick Apple survey. Yeah, okay. Suck my d***. The most terrible situation you can ever find yourself in is if you call for a support line. Say your laptop or your computer or
over 12 years ago. It's a pretty old video, I was going to say.
Some electronic device is not working. You would call to get quick answers about how to get it fixed or any replacement, anything at that. First of all, they never get to the point. There's always a 2-hour delay before you actually talk about what's wrong. They would ask for your social security number, addresses, previous owners, shipping statuses, how long your dick is, how big are your sister's breasts, not to mention, they put you on hold longer than World War II. After about discussing a million things, he goes on and on about yapping of all these warranty terms. You always have to provide the details. This is what I would like to have. Hello, I screwed up the BIOS on my motherboard and I was trying to figure out how I could reformat it, back to its default settings. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on the settings, you're gonna click on the tab, and you're gonna...
Okay, it's enough.
Podcast.
You're very boring. Podcasts are taking over YouTube, but not for long. 1 month ago. It's 13 minutes long. Watch a little bit, but again, will this get claimed? Because it's an official YouTube channel. Logically answered, I don't know.
Are taking over YouTube. Everyone from financial influencers and gamers to fitness models and vloggers all suddenly have a podcast.
Man, could you imagine an asshole who's so pretentious and so full of themselves they would make their own podcast? Only some horrible villain would do such a thing.
This is in stark contrast to everything the media has been telling us. Our attention span is shrinking, TikTok is beating YouTube, long-form content is dying, YouTube Shorts are taking over, and on and on and on. The reality is that this is completely false. In fact, companies are actually backing away from short-form content. Meta has eliminated their Reels Creator Fund, and TikTok is becoming more and more like YouTube. Conversely, what seems to be doing really well is actually podcasts, despite them breaking basically every creative rule you can think of. For starters, they're 1 to 2 hours long, if not longer, so they're by no...
Yeah, podcasts are usually 1 to 2 hours long. Did you know that? You would if you watched mine, but, a lot of people just complain.
...means catering to our short attention spans. Also, there's no fancy editing, sound effects,
That's right.
music, graphics, coherent storytelling, or any of that. More times than not, podcasts are just conversations that naturally jump from one topic to another. Not to mention, there's only 1 episode per week or maybe only 1 episode per month.
I do 1 episode every day I stream, so that's a little
Yet,
different there.
despite all these quote-unquote shortfalls, podcasts are performing better than ever. The Iced Coffee Hour has nearly 500,000 subs. The PBD podcast has 700,000 subs. Lex Fridman has nearly 3 million subs, and heck, even Logan Paul's podcast has 4.5 million subs. It seems like podcasts are the new vlogging, where every YouTuber has a podcast channel and they all rack in millions of views.
I don't have a podcast channel. I don't know. I should make a podcast-only channel. What do you think? Should I change it? Should I have a podcast-only channel? I think it makes sense to have DSP Gaming and DSPReacts. I don't think I need a podcast. DS Podcasts. I don't think I need that.
YouTube is of course trying to capitalize on this trend by pushing podcasts as much as possible. Just yesterday, YouTube rolled out podcast functionality on the Music app. You no longer have to be a premium member to listen to podcasts in the background. But
Oh, I didn't even know that. So that's why they did it. So YouTube, a few months ago, created a new category on your channel that says podcasts, and it automatically detects content that it determines is a podcast and labels it as such. I didn't know why. He just revealed why. Because now when you're on the YouTube app, you can play a podcast in the background, and it used to only be if you're on YouTube Premium. He says you can do it as a normal member now. That's why they did it. That's why they did that, so you could separate the content. I see. All right.
speaking of vlogging, that trend didn't last for too long. Eventually, most vloggers quit, and there was only a select few channels like Casey Neistat
Oh, I know that
who have been
guy.
able to survive in the
From
genre
somewhere.
over the long term, and even he took a massive break. So why are podcasts taking over the platform, and is this just a short-term fad or the future of YouTube?
The Joe Rogan effect? Why, 'cause
Taking
he
a
was
look
the
back,
biggest one, so
the
everyone
explosion
copied.
of
I
podcasts
didn't
on
copy Joe
YouTube can be
Rogan.
traced back to one man, Joe Rogan. Rogan basically invented the podcasting niche here on YouTube, having started his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, way back in 2009. Given his background as a comedian and a show host on mainstream media, he was naturally pretty good at having engaging and enticing conversations. His show was almost like a Good Mythical Morning, which was also blowing up at the time. But instead of focusing on production and entertainment value, Rogan would focus on educational and intellectual value. This isn't to say that he instantly blew up, but it gave him a differentiating factor which he leaned into over the years. He would interview everyone from Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson to David Blaine and Bernie Sanders. Over time, this gave him access to an extremely large audience. In fact, by the end of 2020, he had 10 million subscribers and nearly 3 billion views. But all of this would change in 2021. You see, Spotify offered Rogan an exclusivity deal that was worth as much as $200 million. Rogan would of course take the deal, and he would move his podcasting over to Spotify starting at the end of 2020. Conventional wisdom would tell you that this is terrible news for YouTube. Spotify had effectively poached the most popular podcaster in the world. And with that, who knows how many loyal listeners they had converted to Spotify. But this is where things get dicey. Rogan is obviously still extraordinarily popular, pulling in an average of 11 million listeners per episode. For perspective, even the most popular mainstream media show only pulls in 3.24 million viewers per episode. So Rogan is obviously crushing it, but that doesn't mean that YouTube is performing poorly without it.
No, what ended up happening was he moved to Spotify, so other people moved in to take over the space, you know? I don't need to watch the rest of this video. I get what they're saying. The thing is, right now podcasts are the fad, correct? And will it remain the fad or not? Or will something else jump in and take over? Something probably will jump in and take over. It's all fad stuff. That's why when you see companies like YouTube scattering to try to copy TikTok, it's hilarious. It's like, dude, TikTok is a fad. TikTok will be popular for a few years and then fade away. So why YouTube decide, oh, we have to change everything. We have to have shorts. Everything's like TikTok. But no, don't copy TikTok. Be yourself. Be good at what you're doing and focus on being the best at what you do. And then you're a special place people go for that content. Don't try to steal ideas from everyone else. That's what YouTube tries to do. They're always late to the game, trying to steal ideas from everyone else. It's really stupid. It doesn't make any sense that they do that. They should just focus on being the best on-demand video site. Because look, they have things like this that blow up all the time. Nathan Smith, thank you for re-upping your membership at the ultra level. Says, hope you, Kat, and Jasper are having a good day. Indeed, we are. My wife is cooking. It smells amazing. So let's go to the next video. We'll probably watch 1 to 2 more before we split the part here. Eating an entire 5-pound bag of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears is like eating 5 pounds of laxative. That's very exciting. $10 million views to see a man eat an 8-pound bag of gummy bears. Why the fuck are we watching this? Look, he doesn't do anything. Look, he just fucking throws up like you would expect, right? All right, let's continue. That was a complete waste of time.
What is going on here?
A few months ago, I took my parents to court for having me without my permission.
What the father fucking fuck? This has to be a joke. No way, let me Google this. I cannot believe this. This has to be... I saw one man doing the... Jesus Christ on a motorbike. There are many people actually doing this. It is actually real. Holy moly. And some of them are actually winning. Fuck me in the eye. What is this world coming to? Let's see what the rest of this nonsense is.
And I won, so the court ordered them to give me $5,000 a month to cover my basic living expense.
What?
What type of nincompoop judge ordered that? Woman, are you giving that judge hand job? Is that the reason you won? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Well, they went and had that appealed.
Yes, I hope they won.
So now they don't have to give me any money.
Celebrations. They won. This new judge is gay. Female hand job is not going to entice him to make bad decisions.
And I have to go get a job.
Yes, like a normal person.
And I'm realizing, like, I don't have any work experience or any higher education.
What the fuck? This can't be real.
So, do you think you are an invincible traffic light that you can just stand there and be useless and then people will just feed you energy? No, woman, go and get that education and go and work.
Nowhere's paying me $5,000 a month.
No shit.
Pornhub. I am not saying anything. I am just saying, Pornhub.
So how the hell am I supposed to be able to afford my bills?
Well, I don't give a two-shit flying fuck about that. And everybody watching does not give a three-shit flying fuck about that. Your bills are not our problem. We have our own problems. Don't ask us. Pornhub.
What? Don't have children if you don't want to support them.
Yes, that is true. But madam, you are not a
You're
child.
not a child. Exactly.
You are a grown woman. Why are you telling us irrelevant facts in a case that has to do with you that is not a child? Huh? You are an adult. You want money. Huh? And you are telling us give money to children. Yes, we will. Not you. See? Now I want to sue her parents for giving back to her and her coming to disturb us on this internet.
That's crazy. I wonder how many people are trying this nonsense, right? First of all, how did the first judge even say she won? It doesn't make sense. What? All right, we got time for one more video. Then we'll split the part here. New Orleans late at night, the most dangerous hoods. You know what's funny though? We're about to watch this. I guarantee you, I've lived through something like this. I mean, I don't live in this area, but in Connecticut, there was parts of Connecticut that were insanely bad. It was, you know, ghetto, very bad ghetto. And I guarantee that's what we're going to see here, right? People out in the streets at all times of night. Trash everywhere, crime everywhere, people doing drugs right in front of you. I've seen it. I've driven right through it. It scared the shit out of Kat. When we went to Connecticut to get married, we had to drive through downtown Bridgeport to get to the courthouse. And my dad decides to take the back roads through the ghetto. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are we doing this? Oh, no, this is fine like that. Just because you grew up here and it wasn't like this when you were a kid doesn't mean it's not like this now. Like, we could seriously get into trouble here. And he's driving my family, with my wife in the car through this. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, this is common. This isn't, like, to me, I'm looking at this like, this isn't anything weird. It's not. This is what Bridgeport, Connecticut looks like. In fact, they got the same goddamn street signs. Those blue street signs, that's what they have in Bridgeport. This amount of graffiti is normal. It's not uncommon. Seeing people, it's like probably midnight. Seeing this many people out on the street is not uncommon. The only difference is the ethnicities of the people. In Bridgeport, Connecticut, it's a lot of Hispanic people. Mostly. Look at this guy's pulling his fucking pants up. He's in the middle of the street, probably taking a dump. Honestly, I mean, I'll be honest, besides the trash, oh, there, because they're homeless, they're sitting on the street living there. That's why there's trash everywhere. This totally reminds me of Bridgeport, Connecticut. No exaggeration. 1,000,000% this reminds me of it. To give you some perspective, by the way, what the fuck is this? What is that? What is that? A driving bar? What the fuck is that? Okay, I never saw that one in Bridgeport. What the fuck, dude? Amazing. By the way, there's Church's Chicken. I've never seen a Church's Chicken in real life. Wow. Well, now I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something, and I lost my train of thought completely because the party truck distracted me. Yeah. Very familiar to me. Some of it's not that bad, but then you may go turn down a certain street, you're like, oh shit. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So to give you perspective, the crime when I was a teenager, the crime in Bridgeport, Connecticut got so bad. Here's what the police's strategy was. They went to the area of the city, yeah, it was the city of Bridgeport. They went to the part of the city where the crime was the worst, and on these street corners, they put up concrete barricades. So you couldn't drive down a street straight. The only way to get through the area would have to be to turn and do this crazy like maze, labyrinthian maze driving to get through the areas. The reason they did this was they thought that if they did that, people wouldn't be able to get away when they were being chased by the police for crime, because they couldn't drive their car through because there was concrete barriers everywhere. So you needed to memorize this complex maze-like way to get through the city in order to drive through it as a normal person, but they thought that it would actually lower the amount of crime. It didn't do shit. It didn't do shit. All the crime happened on foot. People didn't have vehicles anymore. They would run away on foot. That was it. That was the only difference. Yeah, a lot of abandoned buildings, a lot of in Bridgeport, Connecticut, there used to be a hub of manufacturing. There was a whole district in Bridgeport that was these big manufacturing buildings. Today they're all abandoned, destroyed, and falling apart. Broken glass, you know, burnt out windows, everything destroyed. Similar to what you're seeing here, this is what it looks like. So I've totally 100% seen this. How about the Mama's Boys? The Mama's Boys right there. Chernobyl. You think, see, again, Chernobyl. No, I'm serious. This is common. There's so many places in the United States that look like this. I lived in one. And then people, you know, they don't believe it or something. Like, no, it's common, man. This kind of thing is all over the place, you know. All right, anyway. Thanks for watching DSP versus the Internet Part 4. We got 2 more parts for this week. Thankfully, this part did not get blocked, so hopefully you were able to watch it in its entirety. And remember, if you want to be part of the fun and being able to submit clips to be watched, please become a member today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part.